All right, welcome back to KAMMA. I'm Khalil Deal.
I'm Andy O.
We are KAMMA. We're about to talk about the final predictions for the main card here for our for the face-offs. After we just saw the official ceremonial weigh-ins and face-offs, man. Let's get it started here with the first fight here. We got uh, Ian Machado Gary versus Michael Venom Page. So for me, I gotta say that Michael Venom Page, man, this guy looks good, man. He's pretty built. Ian Gary is also in great shape, man. They both have very similar body types. Ian Gary's a little bit thicker, not by much, but just slightly thicker. They right away got into each other's faces. Venom Page, man, with that stupid smile, as you can see in the picture. I don't really like that, man. It shows that he's not taking this fight seriously, man. He's not being as serious. I feel like Ian Machado Gary is more serious about this fight. I think he wants to beat him up. They both say that they both were saying actually that they're gonna fuck each other up. So this is gonna be like a fucking banger, man. This fight should be really entertaining. It should be really crazy. But I'm gonna stick with Ian Gary to get the win here, man. I just think that he's a bit more skillful. I think Michael Venom Page, as we discussed in the early predictions, Michael Venom Page, he just doesn't really he's not very technical. He swings for the fences. He's very wild. Doesn't have very good technique. I don't like that he leaves his arms down a lot in the fight. I think he's going to get chopped up and pieced up on the feet, man. I think he's going to get hit pretty hard sometimes. And if Ian Gary fights smart and takes him down, man, that could be a good path to victory there for Ian Gary. So my pick stays the same. I got Ian Gary winning this fight by KO or decision. What about you?
Yeah, it's the grappling that made me think again about this fight, but I would say that Gary's like volume and accuracy is gonna overcome Page when it comes to striking, is gonna overcome Page's, unorthodox style and more power shots. Like not many people, like no one looks like Venom Page like striking. He's super fast, but that gets in his way sometimes with his foot movement and the way he trips over himself. And I think Gary's gonna just keep the pressure on, keep on connecting with those shots. He's not really a power knockout guy, but I think he's gonna just win it on points this time around. So I say Gary by decision.
All right, still in agreement here for the first fight of the main card.
But it should be a great fight.
It's going to be an awesome fight, man. Let's move it on up to the next fight here. We got Mayra Buena Silva against Macy Chiasson.
Here, my pick is still going to be Macy Chiasson. I think she definitely has a size reach advantage. I still say Bueno Silva is not the same since she had to stop taking the drug she was taking a couple fights ago. And Chiasson's going to just walk her down, knee her up, elbow her up, and beat her up against the fence and probably come away with a decision or a knockout. That's what I say. Real deal.
Yeah, man, my pick stays the same. I'm definitely sticking with Macy Chiasson to get the win here. But I'm not saying it with the biggest of confidence because Mayra Buena Silva, man, she is good. She's definitely a very good submission specialist. Now, Macy Chiasson in this photo, man, you can see that she almost looks like a dude. She's very, very slim.
She is.
But she's way, way taller. And Mayra is much thicker. She's more bigger. She's built. She's more muscular. She looks very, very serious.
It's not going to help her gas out.
Yeah, but
It's gassing out.
Macy Chiasson might be quicker on the feet, I think. And I think that Macy Chiasson is going to be moving around quicker in the cage there. I think she's going to get her in the clinch, grab her and throw her against the cage and do her regular stuff that she does there. She likes to get the knees up against the cage and clinch with her, get some punches, try to throw some elbows. And if she takes her down, she might be able to do some wrestling and some grappling there. But she needs to be careful, though, because if she takes down Macy Chiasson to the ground and starts to play around too much down there, she has to be careful to not get caught in a sub because she's got long limbs, she's got long legs, long arms, and Mayra Bueno Silva is a submission specialist. So if she gets a hold of her arm, could easily get an arm bar there or easily get a leg bar and sub her that way. So she's got to be very careful, Macy Chasson. But I think she can do it. I think she can get the win here. I got Macy Chasson pulling this off and getting the win by decision here.
Yeah.
All right. So we're in agreement still for this one. Let's move on up the card to the next fight. Oh yeah, we got here Andy O.
Here, I'm going to be sticking with Roman Dolidze here. I think he's going to rebound off his losses there. Anthony Smith, I still don't have a lot of confidence in Anthony Smith. Uh, Far less people would be picking Anthony Smith in this fight if he didn't get that fluke win in his last fight where he hit the guillotine on the guy that just walked into it and dangled his neck there for no reason. Uh, yeah, I think Delite is going to be able to hurt him in his legs early on. I hope he does. I hope he like tries with the intent of hurting this guy's legs early and then working him over. And I don't know how it's going to be on the ground with these two guys. It's a different kind of submission game. But Roman Delite definitely has his own set of skills down there. And I think he has more power than Anthony Smith. However, I'd like to see more combinations from Delite. Either way, I pick him to win this fight by knockout or sub.
Oh, right. So you got him by finish as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Roman Dolidze. Pick is staying the same here. Roman Dolidze is bigger than Anthony Smith. You see him on the right side here. Much bigger. He's much more muscular. He's much more ripped than Anthony Smith. Anthony Smith is still in good shape. And he's a little bit taller than Roman Dolidze, but I think the size difference here and the fact that Roman Dolidze is just bigger than Anthony Smith, I think it's gonna help him out to dominate a bit in the grappling and the taking down, and I think he's gonna be stronger than Anthony Smith. I think he's gonna grab him, he's gonna get him down, he's gonna do some wrestling, some jujitsu, possibly try to get him into a sub. Maybe some ground and pound. I think that he's going to be able to take down Anthony Smith. I think he's going to be tough there. I don't think Anthony Smith is going to be able to get offensive takedowns on him. I think Anthony Smith is going to have a hard time trying to move him around because Dolidze is pretty big and pretty powerful there. So I got Roman Dolidze also winning by finish by KO sub. I think he's going to outpower Anthony Smith and hurt him. Whether it's like you said in the early predictions, maybe a leg kick if he lands a couple good leg kicks. It'll destabilize Anthony Smith. He'll be like, "Oh fuck, what's going on here?" Maybe he'll change stances. It'll fuck him up a bit. And yeah, definitely think that Dolidze can overpower him in this one, man. So we are in agreement still here with this fight. All right. So again, in agreement here. Let's move on up the card to the next fight here. We got Diego Lopez versus Brian Ortega. This fight here, man, I really like this fight. I really think that this fight is going to be a banger. I think it's going to be a really good fight. Both of these guys, man, you can see they're pretty much the same height there. There's a slight height advantage for Diego Lopez. Diego's in awesome shape, man. Like this side view doesn't show it, but the guy is ripped to shreds. Diego Lopez is really, really built. He's also bigger a little bit more than Ortega. Now Ortega really didn't look good, I find, in these face-offs, man. I think his body just looked like a normal body. Didn't look very built. Didn't look like he was training much. He's hardly has any muscles. He's not ripped at all compared to Diego Lopez. I think Diego Lopez is definitely going to be the more powerful striker in this one. I think he's going to land more powerful punches. I think Ortega is going to try to take him down and try to use that grappling and try to use his jiu-jitsu. But Diego's also amazing on the ground, and he's got submissions himself, and he's good at jiu-jitsu himself. So he'll be able to scramble around there. And I think that Diego Lopez is going to finish Brian Ortega. I got him winning by KO or submission here.
Yeah, my pick is still going to be Diego Lopez. Let's also not forget that uh, Diego Lopez is going to be a lot faster also
Yeah.
than Ortega here. I think he's going to come into this fight the way he always does, really aggressive, whether it's on the feet and on the feet to start, and then it's going to wind up on the ground. I just have a worry that anytime you're down there, Ortega is a threat for a sub. So like sub by Ortega has decent value right now, so I'm looking at that. But I think yeah, I'm still running with Diego Lopez here, man. I said I would pick him until he'd lose since he started on that streak and he hasn't lost yet. I feel pretty confident in him here. So yeah, that's the pick by let's go with knockout or sub also.
By finish as well. Nice, man.
Yeah.
Again, we are still in agreement in these final predictions here after watching the ceremonial weigh-ins, man. Making our way up to the final fight here.
Final fight.
There he is. There we go. Here we go. This is the main event of the evening here. And we got Yuri Prochazka against Alex Pereira in this one here. Alex Pereira using his usual costume there, that warrior costume that he likes to wear. He's coming out looking taller. He's more ripped than Jiri. But Jiri's also in great shape as well. But you know, Alex Pereira is just more ripped, a little bit more muscular there. Yuri's pretty decent as well, though. They're you can see the height difference though that Oliveira is taller. The funny thing I heard Yuri say in the interview when they were talking to him is he says that he wants the fight to be clean and he doesn't want Alex Pereira to use shamanic magic.
He believes Alex Pereira uses black magic. He's been talking about it the whole week, man.
Like,
He
what the
believes
fuck
it.
is he talking about?
Yeah, man.
Shamanic magic? Like, bro, this is a fight, man. There's no
Black
magic.
magic, baby.
I think this
Black
guy's playing
magic.
too many fucking video games or something. Like,
No,
this is
man.
this is a fight, man. Alex Pereira's not using any magic, man. What does he think he's using voodoo or some shit?
I don't know,
Shamanic
man.
magic. Anyways, it's absolutely ridiculous. But I think this fight is going to be a banger. I think it's going to be a crazy fight. Let's not underestimate Yuri, though. This guy has some power. He's got a lot of knockouts, a lot of finishes in his career. This could be very close. Anybody could knock anybody out in this one. I still think Alex Pereira gets the win by knockout because he knocked him out before. I'm going to stick with Alex Pereira. But hey, stay tuned, guys, for the betting video coming up next. We'll talk about how we're getting what we're doing in our official bets. But yeah, definitely not going to sleep on Yuri. But yeah, Alex Pereira is the pick to win by knockout. What about you, Andy O?
Yeah, so both these guys, great shape. They look the same to me. I don't expect either of them to have any cardio issues here. Even though Alex Pereira is coming in on a couple weeks' notice, I have no worry about him being in fighting shape. I think he's going to win by knockout or sub. I love Yuri also, for sure. I can see him winning by knockout as well. I just don't think it's going to happen this fight. Uh, yeah, I think the black magic is going to be too much for Yuri to overcome in this fight here. The guy's scared to death, you know? So uh yeah, man, he really believes this shit. So give me Alex by finish.
All right, man. So there you have it, man. I thought there might have been a change in the final predictions, but no, we all stayed the same, both of us, in agreement with every single fight on this card. Me and Andy O are in agreement with
Crazy.
every single fight. I think this is going to be a really good paying fight for the betting. Stay tuned for our bets video coming up next. Like and subscribe, folks. Peace out, folks. KAMMA.